Hello and welcome to the Cool Maven channel again. And hi, Mark. And hi,
Hi.
Felix. We're going to continue the web application written in Mojolicious about the course management web application. Let me just show you the. Have you managed, by the way, Mark, to see the video that we had with Thomas Clauser about the Dockerization? No?
Not yet, no.
So quick recap, I'll show you what we managed to do. And then whoever wants to watch the quick version, more or less. So this is just a regular website or page. Two things, we worked on two things basically. Here's the command line. One of them was the most time, the most time we spent on creating the Docker file and then the Docker compose, and we discussed it. So this basically is the Docker file that we installed. Oh, we created a cpan file, okay, that lists all the dependencies that we have. Apparently, these are all the dependencies. One of them during tests. Then we had the Docker file that, based on Perl 532, we copied the cpan file, installed all the dependencies that we need without running the tests, so it will be fast. Then I think copying dot to dot like everything is fine. Thomas saw that it's much better to copy each directory and each file that's outside of the directory on its own. I'm not sure that really needs probably it's better, I think, it's to have the Docker ignore file and include everything there. In any case, I would put docker.git and all the data and whatever in the Docker ignore, so Docker won't include them even in the initial data transfer. And this expose is not really that useful during development because it doesn't do much. It allows you to start the application with the port 3000 exposed, but it's exposed by default. It exposes to a random port on the host. So during development, you will always have to check, okay, where is my port number? Which is my port number? And this is the morbo script that's being executed. So this is the Docker file, and there is also a Docker compose file, actually two. So the Docker compose file for now, it only has Docker compose would be much more useful or will be much more useful once we have another service, let's say a database, if we decide that we are going to use a database and not SQLite. So I like a running database, I mean MySQL or Postgres or something, then it will be way better because then it will allow us to load both of them at the same time. And in any case, this just builds the Docker image based on the Docker file that we have locally, and then runs and exposes the port 3000 that's inside to 3001 outside. And that's in order to, I mean, I do it. I'll put them on different ports because otherwise I would always forget which one is the local host on my host machine and which one is in the system. So that makes me easy for me to remember that the first one is one on my server, on my machine, on the host machine. And then there is another Docker override of Docker compose file that mounts the local directory to the /opt. And the idea is that during production, we would use this if we use Docker compose for production. That already includes all the source code in the Docker image. But during development, we would use this, and it will mount the external disk to the /opt inside, meaning that we can edit the files outside, and they will be immediately reflected inside, and Morbo will reload them.
Okay.
Okay.
So are we going to be doing development against the running Docker container
We don't have to. I mean, we can keep. I just wanted to start making progress in this part. We can keep working on our. I mean, so far there's the system is not too complex, and everything I have on my computer, so we can keep working on the computer, or you can work on your host machine. You don't have to use Docker. In the README file, in any case, I put some commands on how to run it. So this would be how you run it in for development. That would run Docker Compose with both files.
Okay, it doesn't pick those up automatically. You have to specify the file names explicitly.
I think if there was only one, if there's only this file, then it would pick up automatically. But because we have two, then I think we have to explicitly tell it.
Okay. I'm not sure about that because at work we also use a similar thing, and it seems to pick up the Docker Compose and the override files.
Yes, oh, maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried, so I can try it. Docker Compose up, and it's starting port 3001. Okay, so localhost 3001, and then I'll open another one, and I'll just try to check I think it's enough to change a template, right?
It should be.
To welcome, and so I change this, and if I reload this, so no, it's not. It's using the.
Okay.
It didn't pick up that one.
There must be something else that we're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe the file name is not exactly the way. So it's, I don't know if the overrider, or maybe there is a default. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Okay.
Okay. Just so we don't forget, when it comes time to actually deploy this in production, you probably won't want to use morbo.
Yeah. Okay. So how would you run it in production?
There are, well, it's Perl. There are lots of ways to do things. I think that I think that the Mojolicious docs talk about how morbo is just a development web server.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I wasn't really sure about that one. Yeah, here.
If you just run the script command with daemon, it'll run the built-in web server. And it says for the bigger applications, there's a pre-forking web server.
Hypnotoad.
And there's hypnotoad, which says it's especially optimized for high availability, non-containerized production environments.
Okay.
And then there's instructions. This is all coming from the Mojolicious cookbook.
Yeah, so I found this one in the guide.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's what you wanted.
Yeah, that is. And if you look in the deployment section, they've got all the different options.
Okay. Yeah, we can review it. I'll ask Thomas also if he wants to go over this. I think he is not really using Mojolicious normally, so for him it was just I just told him, okay, morbo, this is how we run it.
Okay.
Good. And the other thing that we did is GitHub workflows. We just created, we didn't have much time left for this, but we just created a simple way to run the tests in GitHub Actions.
Okay,
So,
that's neat. I haven't done anything with GitHub Actions, so this is all new to me.
yeah. And Curious Technoid is also arrived. So hi.
He's still connecting.
Okay.
There we go.
Now, okay, arrived. Okay, so welcome. Okay, so then quickly over this also, this just a name. This says on what events to run this job. So on pushes and pulls, you could also specify which branch and whatever. Jobs, this is just a random name build. I can have, that's a free text name. It says to the basic server that to run on is an Ubuntu. It could be also OS X or Windows. But because we are using Ubuntu, inside we use a container. You can use any container here. This is just a Docker container. And there is this Perl tester image, which contains lots of test modules already. So hopefully it's going to be faster. Probably, or in our case, it's not, doesn't matter too much, but if you have lots of test modules, lots of other modules, then it's faster to run this. This line tells GitHub Actions to clone your repo, check out what are latest or the one that was sent. This command, of course, installs the dependencies. This is just the Perl shell command basically, and then running the tests. Okay, so there's nothing there. I have a way more complex CI system in one of the other projects where I use first of all I define a matrix so to run the tests on a number of versions of Perl, not just 5.32, and then once the tests were executed and everything passed, I create the zip file, save it as an artifact in GitHub Actions, and then I have additional jobs that depend on this one, so they won't run if this fails, the first one fails, and they already use that zip file, and they run on a bare bones, nothing included Perl, nothing installed Perl, in order to make sure that I didn't miss any of the dependencies. And then it runs on other platforms as well. It also runs on Windows and also runs on Mac OS.
Oh, okay.
So that's a way more complex version of this. You can play around with this. That's nice, actually.
Right, but this is not going to be, well, it might end up being for public consumption. So maybe eventually we'll do that.
Yeah, for this project probably we don't need that, because we don't probably we won't release it to cpan or anything. There's not much point, but other people could use it if they want. It just yeah, okay. So now totally safe that if something goes wrong, let me show that here are the actions, and then it will run and tell us that we broke something.
Okay, so it's as soon as you push, it reruns the tests.
Yeah. And okay. I see it takes about a minute to run the test, minute and a half, 30 seconds. So
okay, we'll still be running tests locally though, right?
Right, sure. I mean, it's the way I do so often I forget to run the tests, or in our case it's really quick to run everything, but yeah, it's 10 seconds, but in some cases we have a lot more tests, and then sometimes I run only some of the tests if I don't want to run all, I don't know, 10 minutes of tests, and then I push it out, and I assume that everything works fine, but I have this what safety net that the CI system tells me, okay, well, you made a mistake here and there, and you broke something.
Right.
So I can go much faster. I don't have to test everything locally. I don't have to run the test all the time.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So did you have plans what we would like to do? Continue, where we would like to continue?
Well, let's see. When last we stopped, you have the commit there, describe the plan for redirections. Do you want to continue
Right.
with that?
Yeah, where did I put that? Somewhere.
I mean, it says 7 days ago. It's 8106 AB9.
Yeah, it's in the in the test file. Yeah, this one. Okay. So where do we have here the test? Oh, sorry. If a logged in user arrives to the main page immediately after login or immediately after login, right? So I think this is where we log in. This is where we send the code, and I'm not sure that we get that 200 here, right? Right now we get a 200, okay?
Right, but what we want to do is actually get like a 302, right?
Yeah, I never remember which 302 is the permanent or temporary or whatever.
But 302 is moved temporarily.
So I guess that sounds good.
If you want moved permanently, it's 301.
Yeah, but I think it's 302 because maybe we'll change it, right? Maybe it will, though it doesn't really matter, I guess, because this is a unique URL.
Right. It's only going to exist for an hour or something, right?
Yeah. So, okay. So it should be 302, let's say. I really don't know which one is the correct one. And then it should redirect to the.
Well, question, does get okay honor redirects, or does it
No idea. We can start by writing the redirect, and then we'll see.
Okay, sure.
Lib course management, no, controller.
I think I thought the login code was in the main course management PM, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe. No, so this is in this page here.
Okay, so here we are. Right now, all we're doing is dumping the logins and
I think this one, right? Sorry to jump in here. This is the login code, and then it calls the login get.
Login get. So we want to go to login get.
Okay. So here it is, login get. Not, where was it? Here. This is login get. And so we check the everything session, and and then here we render the page. So instead of rendering a page, we would like to redirect, right?
Yep. Yep. So let's find out how to redirect.
And then there's also how to test for redirection in Mojolicious, so it's already good.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a plugin for that. So first thing we have to do is load the plugin.
Okay. Isn't just this?
We can't do that until we load the plugin first. So we have to do that in the main in the main module.
In the course management module.
Yes.
So where do you see that you need to load a module?
I saw that at the top of the man page there.
In this page?
Yes. You do app plugin default helpers. So under the synopsis.
Ah, okay. And the Mojolicious.
Oh wait! Oh wait a minute! Wait a minute! This is a core plugin. This means it is always enabled and it's coded. Okay, so it's always enabled. You don't have to. I think we're good. Well, if we're not good, we'll find out.
Oh, and there is this flash message as well. We probably want to use it. So we probably want to display some different message when the user is redirected from login and shown the page. So we would like to show the list of the page. I'm not sure.
I'm not. What it doesn't really explain what flash messages are for.
As far as I know, it's good when you want to pass some parameter to a template, but not in the current execution, but especially when you redirect. So you redirect, but you would like to prepare the values to the template in the first route. So the route that does the redirection.
Okay, Flashny is used to save data between the current and next query in session. So it's not placed immediately in the session. Okay. All right. Okay. So
this is the redirect to, first of all, which I don't know what is this named? I'm not sure.
Prepare 302 if the redirect response with location header takes the same arguments as URL4. All right, so let's look at URL4.
Wait a second, I'll just copy it before we go to another place. So we wanted to, so we don't need it here.
We want to go to login get.
Yeah, okay. So I don't understand why I need to assign it back to C. Or it just says that we can do something after. So
well, it just means that it returns
it, yeah. So you can change something after it if you really want. So I guess this means that this is the path.
Right, but what does named mean? Why would you use named? Is that let's look in URL4 in Mojolicious controller.
I think named here is just the name of the URL. So here.
Well, it could be. Well, I think it's. Go back to the. Back to the docs there. It says alias for URL4 in Mojolicious controller. So click on that. Generates a portable for a path, URL, or route. Okay, so if you just pass it a name, not the name parameter like name fat arrow there, but if you just pass it something like it was saying named, that's the name of a route. So rather than
So we would like to go to the slash course, no?
rather than going to a URL, you could go to a route instead.
Which is like this one.
I think so. I'm not sure if you, although it's funny, they don't give method names in that.
Okay, and we don't pass any value here. Let's see what happens now.
Okay, I'm a little, I'm not really sure if it's going to work because it returns it. It says it returned a controller, not. Oh yeah, something broke.
Yeah, well, it was expected to break because I'm still expecting 200 there. I just don't know where to. Yeah, got 302 instead of expected 200. So that's fine.
Okay.
That's what we wanted to find out, whether what is how does it work? So now we know that here we need to expect the 302, and probably we'll need to some way to find out what is in the header, the redirect header. So
yeah, sure.
the test.
Didn't you say there? Didn't you pull up a page about test how to your other tab there, how to test a redirect?
Yeah, you're right. So test method, and so I think one way would be to say that the test, the user agent would follow redirects.
Yep.
And then we can test for 200.
Yeah, let's do that.
Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can now set it for 202. I guess one, I'll say. Then we expect here 200. And this will still fail because now we are supposed to get the.
Right. Don't forget your semicolon.
Yeah. Okay. So no. Okay, maybe it's not one here. Okay, well, let's see this 10.
I think you need to, I think you need,
Sorry.
no, you need to set it before the get.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go back to 1. Yeah, okay, so it's a bit too verbose. Failed test, here it is. Not okay. It's strange that here this is red here, and this is actually okay. So the content is not right.
It got a 200, but it still rendered a failed login page.
Right.
So we still have to we still there's still a problem with it.
So if I mean, even if we don't test this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or okay, now this passes because we don't check. This test case is incorrect for sure.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
Because
we knew it was going to be incorrect for sure, because now we're trying to redirect to
the list of courses.
the list of courses. Are we actually redirecting to the list of courses though? Go back to the login get method in main there. Redirect to course list courses.
So here we can have the title courses, right? So we can test for that.
Yeah.
And that would be the title, right?
Yep. But if I recall correctly, that's still going to fail because it actually got the failed login.
Yeah. But why does it now fail? Because it doesn't. Okay, so why? So it redirect. It got 200. Okay.
You want to try it in the browser, see what happens?
We can do that.
Okay, see what happened there? It went to login / courses, funny code list courses. So it tried to do a redirect to a relative URL. So let's make it go to /course instead.
Yeah, this should be going right. Okay.
Right. So let's go back over to no, that's fine right there. Redirect to, and let's do /courses instead. I'm not sure what the name thing is. We're gonna have to I think it's /courses or course.
Course and with a slash at the end.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It worked.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have so it redirects to the courses.
Mm-hmm.
And if logged in user arrives to the main page or immediately, okay, so that's immediately after the login, redirect to the list of courses.
Right.
Okay, but also now if the logged in user arrives to the main page, then redirect.
Right. So we're going to have to do something in the main welcome method if they have a login token.
Yeah. So this is not. Yeah, it's here. This is the welcome page, and here we have to check.
We have to check what's in the session.
So we get the session email.
Yep, we just want to see if they have an email in the session, right?
I think so. Like this, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. So if session email. I think is it self redirect?
Yeah, I just have to remember how to write this. Yeah, it is here.
Self redirect to /course/.
Okay.
I usually like to have my, when I'm doing, when I'm doing flow control stuff, I'm fine with having postfix if, but that's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, you can have that. But we probably don't have a test for this.
No, we don't, not yet.
So let me comment this out.
And write a
let's go
test
back.
first.
Let's go back to the test. So we actually go to the main page, course, login failed, login verification failed. This is the login subtest. So here.
So right there, we should,
Oh, so here we don't need this one. And that should, right? So
right now we need to replace that with, well, we can still keep the /course there, but no, we don't need that. We should just get the home page and make sure it redirects to /course/.
wait a second. Okay, I was doing something incorrectly. So this one is checking whether so this is okay. First of all, this is actually not really needed here. Though we can,
Well,
this is sort of testing separately that it's going there. Okay.
right.
Okay. And here I can try it again. Try to go to the main page again, right?
Yes.
Okay. To / and then I still should get status 200.
No, you'll get a status 302.
But well,
unless you've changed max redirect.
Yeah, so I don't know if it like for, but we have it locally. So
yeah, do we want to? Since login there is a utility function, do we really want to change max redirects in there? Because that's changing the state of the user agent.
Well, we can set it back to 0
for the remainder of its use. Okay.
And there was the other one here. So here we also set to 1. And we can also turn it off here. And the status is 200. And
is okay, yeah, I get that.
And the title is courses. And I could check all these as well, but I'm not sure if I want. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. You can, well, it's up to you.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I moved this, I copied this one as well here.
Yeah.
So now this should fail, right? Okay. Failed login. Not okay. Content is similar. Content is similar. The welcome. Okay, we got the welcome page. Okay, and if we go back and enable this one, then hopefully now it passes. You think it does?
Yay!
Okay.
PDD works.
It's like post. How is it? Post implementation TDD. It's fine.
We're kind of mixing it up.
Yeah. Okay, so if login user arrives to the main page or immediately after login, redirected. Okay, and we don't have this one. So if the user is only list one course, redirect to that course. Okay, I think I can skip that now.
Okay.
It sounds too complex for now or whatever, so I'll just remove it.
Okay, that's.
You know what? I put it in the README under to do. Okay. Features. Maybe to do. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Good. What is the next suggestion?
Do we want to actually do the whole emailing the login code?
We can do that. I just remembered, by the way, that I think we are still not protecting the upload page. It's still not behind the session.
That's true. Our upload page, well, it's very basic. It uploads to the same file every time.
Yeah, and we don't have that yet either finished.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For the email sending, I thought that I'm going to have maybe an external script that will use some SendGrid or to send the messages. So the application itself won't need to really understand how it sends messages. It will just call this external command line thing.
Okay.
I'm not sure if...
I have no idea about SendGrid, sorry.
No, but do you have experience with sending emails from web applications?
It's been years, sorry.
Okay, so what I do is either I just use the local mail system, and then it allow it to send the email. That's usually what I do. But recently I got to the point that I think I should just use some mail sending service like SendGrid, where I pay a few cents for each email or for each 100 email or what, I don't remember the amounts, and then I can use their servers to send the emails, and that's probably better because they can maintain much better their servers, so won't be that they won't be in some kind of a spam list or whatever.
Yeah, they can handle all the messy stuff with DMARC and domain key and all that other stuff.
Exactly. And I know that my server was used probably for, I think there is these nasty people who try to subscribe to various mailing lists and whatever I have on my server with random email addresses. So basically, it's not any useful spam for them. So even for them, it's not useful, but it just spits out email messages to all kinds of random people. And then those people, some of them report my server. as a spam, as a source of spam. So probably I'll for these purposes I need to use CAPTCHA, whatever. Not in this project really, because in this project the email addresses that we are sending messages to are controlled by the list of the users, so it's not that important here. But that's
Yeah,
why sort of
there's no way that people are actually registering for the courses this way.
yeah. So we could implement, if you'd like, we could implement the email sending with some Perl module, but I'm not sure that's like the most important thing now, because I probably will replace it with some external library, and I'll have to find then first. I'll have to implement first this probably just a script that will get an email, like a command line script that you can provide it.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
and then it will hide the sending to the via SendGrid.
Okay, I get that.
Okay.
So you wanted to go back over to the upload stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Okay.
so. So let me try to think now. So we have, I can create a course now. Okay. We still need to clean up that it won't be in the, so we won't have so we won't use the default configuration file for the testing. Okay. But besides that, I can already define a course with email addresses and so on. People can log in, and so basically the next step for them is to upload a file. And we experimented with the uploading in general. Probably we'll need to now connect it to the real use.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make it so they can, when they upload, we know which user and which course it's for.
Yes.
And which exercise.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm looking at the Mojolicious tutorial under file uploads, and it does say that it defaults to a limit of 16 megabytes for uploads or for request size.
Okay. That's enough. 60 megabyte, no?
You tell me, I don't know your students.
Right, they are writing, most of these are Python scripts, small ones. So sometimes they have images for the project. So it's not for images and large files, but I think this limitation is, 60 megabyte.
Okay. Well, one thing that you can do is that you can render an error. I'm looking at the example here in the tutorial. We can at least render a message that says the file is too big if we find that it's too big. Should we do that?
Okay, we can, yeah, sure. But we don't even test the upload yet. So maybe we need to write a test for the upload first, and
That's
then
true.
change it so it will try to upload a file that's bigger than 60 megabyte, and then see it fails, and then improve that to a nicer error message.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So let me see. This is the test upload. So
This test script is getting awful big. Are you okay with that?
Well, we can change another. We can have another one. Okay, we can have it.
The one thing though is that we're always there are some things that we're going to want to share between tests. That includes the login function.
Yeah, so we'll see how to do that. So we will need to, so we can move this. First of all, we move this login function out to some file, right?
Right, to some module that we can load from all the tests that need it.
So I'll create test helper PM.
Fine.
Fine. Okay, and so what do I have to load here? Probably I need this one.
You're going to need test mock module. You're going to need experimental signatures, and you're going to need to turn off the warnings.
Mock module, yeah, I need this the mod here. The mock, and I also need it here, so I'll just copy it. We'll need it. Okay. The no warnings is here, so it's okay.
Yeah, but didn't we have that at the top of the other?
No, because we also had it here, but I don't know why. Probably we don't need it here.
Well, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because the login function itself uses signatures.
Right. So then we need it here as well?
Take it out and put it before the use experimental signatures.
Okay, we'll see. Where to get the warnings? Okay. So now we have this tlib test helper. Use tlib test helper, and I guess I need to say lib dot, right?
Yeah, I think that works. Is it just going to be test helper then, not tlib test helper?
No, the name of the package is tlib test helper.
Oh, okay. I thought since whatever, we'll see if you can tell me if it works. This is.
And I guess I would like to export this function, right?
Yeah, if you want to use it. And if you're putting it in export OK instead of export, you're going to have to explicitly import it.
Yeah, I prefer explicitly these things.
That's fine.
So what fails now? Syntax error. Okay.
We need test more.
Yeah, but note. Let's comment this out for now. But we also need this because of this. Okay, so
yeah, we're going to need test more in there.
Do you remember? No, test more. Not good. Perl. Code Maven slides Perl, not Perl. Sorry, I have to cheat here. Look up in my slides because I already forgot. No, sorry.
I'm not sure what you're looking for.
I need to, this one. So we can't use test more because then it's still whatever reason. Okay, I don't remember now. So instead of that, we have to use the test builder module. And then we can use this test object.
Okay, all right. I've never done that, so if that works for you, that works for you.
You think it would work if I just put in test more here? Maybe now it works because all the done testing thing. Maybe I don't know. Test more.
No.
Well, let's see what failed here. Well, looks like test failed test. That's a lot of output.
Yeah, because it got the
Invalid
login.
email. Sorry?
It
Use of
got
initialized value in LC.
Yeah, this is the debug output from Morbo.
Okay. That's not very useful here.
Or not Morbo, but the
Whatever, yeah.
the dev web server.
So it doesn't match courses.
Okay, let's do it the way that you were describing earlier then.
I don't, we can do, but I don't think that that's the problem here. But yeah, okay, let's try that one. So we need to use this one. And then we have the test, which is a singleton. And then we can use test OK like this and test this and test that. Okay, so test OK, and I think we need a parenthesis here. I'm not sure.
And it's capital test.
Right, you're right. And that too, test node. Here
Okay,
too.
well, I'm learning something.
One good thing about this is that if there is an error, let me check actually. So actually no. No, maybe they don't. Whatever. No, probably it's not a good. Can't locate object method is via package test builder. Lovely. So it's not that good. Because it only knows Okay, that's not good. The course config is missing. So this use strict has some value, right?
Yes, it does.
So where do we get this course config now? Because we need it in both here and here. Shall I just read it in both places?
If you read it in, you're going to have to load the app using Test Mojo.
Okay, so shall I pass? Oh, that's gonna be nasty now. Well, actually, probably it's better to move this whole thing into this module as well.
Okay.
And here I can now import the get course config.
Do you want to take out that use strict, use warnings that you mistakenly pasted in the course subtest? Further down your screen.
When did that happen? Okay. So now, and I can also read it in here. But for this, I need Test Mojo, right?
Yes, you do. And you need YAML.
Okay, so load file, but I don't need it here.
Nope, not anymore.
Okay. Nasty refactoring thing. Export.
You need to export it.
I've forgotten to do that. Get course config. We are not really doing pair programming now. It's just me typing here. Not really good. That's just because I started to run away with this. So it's bad, Gabor, bad.
It's okay. You know what you're doing.
So now it's passing after I removed this one. Okay, so shall we just compare it? And I guess.
Okay.
It looks good now, right?
Yeah. I haven't done anything with Test Builder, so this is new to me.
Okay, so the quick thing is the example here I have is that you create a testing function like the is any or like the is or okay or like, and you want to create a testing function like, and it's called is any because it checks if this value is any of these values. Basically, this is the whole checking. Okay, so it's not something extremely complex, but it's nice to encapsulate it.
Oh, okay. And I guess since Test Builder module only knows about test simple, it only knows about okay. It doesn't know about things like is or anything like that.
Yeah, and then if you would like to have a diagnosis message in case of failure, then you can do this. Like this is how you add. Because now we are only going to get failed. We won't get the expected this, received this.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
Per your example in these slides, do you want to, instead of just using lib dot, do you want to use tlib and then you don't have to put tlib in the package name?
We can do that. I had this practice. I don't know where did I learn it from. Someone. And for me, it felt really nice that these modules stand out, that their name is really, really like strange, that they called tlib something.
Okay.
So I felt this as a value. So I'm not really sure now anymore that I need test builder module here, and test more wouldn't be enough. The original reason was when you had to do planning. I think that was one of the reasons that you didn't want to load just test more, because then it already required you to plan, create a plan. With done testing, it's probably not that relevant. And the other thing, which is probably not relevant now, but maybe, is that when the is report, is function or OK function reports where the error happened, it counts the level of calls, how many calls were there. Okay, and if you have this your own test function, if you were using the regular OK, then it would report the error message in this line. While in this test, in this case, you would want it to report this line.
Okay. All right. So it's just going to report it as a problem with login.
Yes.
The call to login.
Yes. So I'm not, that's why I'm not really sure now that it's a good idea here.
Right. Because these aren't really
because this is not a test function.
This is not a test function. It has lots of other functions inside of it that call test mojo.
Yeah. So maybe we should go back to test more and see if it's still. I mean, the problem wasn't probably from that, but all the other things that after putting use strict, they floated. So let me try this one, okay?
Okay.
Use test more, and then we don't need this one. Well, you know what? I can keep this for now, and I can. Yeah,
it works.
It works. Test builder module.
No plan needed and no done testing needed.
Yeah, because the done testing is outside.
Right.
Okay, and I can go back now and replace this with an is.
Yes, you can.
Okay, and let's hope that it's still working. Okay. So git status, git diff, we just moved these things out. Okay, so I can commit this as a refactoring, right?
Yes, you can. Well, we're reusing login and course config.
Okay. Good.
So now we can safely start putting some of our tests in other test scripts. We don't have to put it all in T-Basic.
Yeah. So would you want already to split some of these to another file?
Yeah, well, I would think logging logging in would be its own test, would be its own test script. So all the login related subtests could go in it in their own test script.
I mean, okay, but eventually, like almost everything is after login, right? So we can put the main in one place.
Yeah, well, that was how, I mean, if you remember when we originally created the scaffolding for this application,
Mhm.
all the basic tests really did. It's called basic for a reason. All it did was just load the welcome page and make sure that it loaded.
It welcomes you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So we can, shall I just move all of these now? Login failed, not accessible without login. This one, this shouldn't be, right? Should this be in the basic or the not accessible without logging?
I mean, I would just put it all in a login.t test script.
Okay. Okay, maybe I should have done it differently.
Well, now we have to copy all of our boilerplate.
Yeah. Actually, I probably I don't need most of the boilerplate in the first one, right?
Not as much, no. You don't
I
need
don't
that.
need this one. I don't need the login.
No, you don't.
You don't need
You don't even need test helper.
I don't need Moki. I need this one.
You do need test mojo.
Yeah.
So basic is now truly basic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Still works.
Yep. Good. And just to see, we got the approvals.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's good. I like it because sometimes things work on my computer, and sometimes things, even if I don't forget running my tests on locally, sometimes they work locally and not in the CI system.
Right.
And sometimes it's just a bug with how I set up the CI system, but I prefer to fix those than to, because then it's a cleaner, it's in a way it's a cleaner, I'm cleaning up something in that case.
Right, right. I understand.
Okay.
So now we can finally create a new upload test script for testing uploads.
Okay, so yeah.
So here we're logging in. And we're not, we don't need to retest all of this.
No, I just copied it here, so we'll have something.
Mhm. Okay. So now we need to test uploads.
Yeah. So this is what this is here. It's a post.
That's going to be a post to /upload.
Yeah. So I guess post okay. Do we have already? I think we already have a post okay here somewhere. Right. This is how it looks like. But it might be different this time. But I don't know yet. Okay, so in the login there is a post okay, or just post. No, wrong place. Wrong place. The login. The login. This one. Post okay, and this is what I wanted to copy to the upload. This one.
Right, but it's not going to be that's going to be different. It's not posting a form. We're going to have to look to see how to tell the Mojo user agent to do uploads.
Okay. Test
How about,
Mojolicious.
yeah, let's see what that says. Okay, test file upload. So,
It's here. Okay.
oh, so it still is a form.
Okay, so what is this now? Foo, content bar, file name.
So you
give
you're passing it a hash ref to the form, where the content, it looks like the content of the file is going to be bar and the file name is going to be baz.txt.
Okay, and what is this foo? Is this the form? We have some form, right?
Yeah, does the upload route, what does it use for? What does it? It looks for the thing called upload. So we want to
so you think
instead of foo, we want upload.
Okay. Okay, too many. We have to upload the word upload too many times, but okay.
Okay. Well, you could instead of
Yeah.
making that upload hash ref, you could just put the anonymous hash inside of the post. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Let's try this one, see what the result is, and then.
Okay.
diag d, was it text? I keep forgetting, or content. Not here. This is what I keep forgetting.
T text res body.
Okay, and I can run now proof t minus l t upload. And well, it also failed, and it also gave us something here. This is just a big error message.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so initialized value ID in string equal in okay. In course in controller course 28, and several times it has. So line 28, the ID is so it was missing this ID.
Yep, because we wanted to upload for a given course. We wanted to get a course ID from the parameter.
Yeah, so we need here to pass in an ID. So it's not enough. We also need this ID something here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the login exercises course ID, this one, for example.
We could do that.
And we have the course config, okay. And let me just remark here to test without ID. Okay, uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got back this one. We can test this. The content like. I think this is what we want here.
Yeah, content like.
And we would also here, let me add the other to do.
Well, content like takes a regex, but whatever you want to do.
Sorry?
Content like should be a regex, you should pass it a regex.
Sorry, I thought I'm passing in a regex. Yeah. Okay, but now where can we find the data? Hello, ATXT. And here the bar is here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just for now, so I guess we are going to have a content here. I don't know. Shall I just slurp in this one and compare the with this, right? So this is my content equal to bar.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put here this is this variable content here, and then I
do you want files
slurp here?
Do you want file slurp, or do you want how do you want to do it?
I pass tiny I use usually. I don't know if, but Mojolicious doesn't Didn't I have some slurping already? No.
No, we don't.
So
Mojo file has, I mean, if you
yeah.
want to keep everything in the Mojo ecosystem here, you can use Mojo file.
And in the meantime, I see that Curious Technoid has been writing to us, and maybe you have been reading it, but I just missed it. So thank you first of all.
Yeah, Mojo. Yeah, go to. Let's use Mojo file instead of Path Tiny.
Yeah, exactly. I had some recollection that I saw something like this here. So I actually even used it.
Because Mojo includes everything.
Exactly. So pass and then slurp and then real content, not real, actual content, and then is actual content, right?
Well, spell content correctly.
That's a good, always good.
And we need to use Mojo file up at the top. And we need to import. Yes, we do.
Here it is. We already used it like a little bit. Okay.
So we need to use Mojo file and we need to import its path function.
Okay. So this is not surprising because the file was already there.
Do you want to remove it? You remove it and try again, or do you want to remove it before the test?
So I think the whole thing should go to some temporary directory here and not to our main directory.
That's fair. We'll have to. Okay, so
let me remove the file for now. Mojo the test, and then
Mojo file has a temp dir and temp file function.
Of course,
because it has everything. Its batteries included.
Okay, so let me just first run the test like this. Okay, it's still there, and we got back the file. Good. So how do we do that?
Well, we're going to import another function from Mojo file called temp file.
Temp file or dir?
Temp file. We just want one file.
Okay, okay. Let's try this one. Oh. Shall I read this out loud? Mojo has everything except proper documentation.
It's not. He's not wrong. Yeah, make it temp file, not temp pile.
All this, I know.
Now this is going to be an interesting problem, because you're going to want to tell the upload route where you want the file to save, because right now all it knows how to do is save it to data hello a.txt.
Yeah, that too, and Well,
I don't think
okay.
we're going to be able to use temp file here because really what we're going to want to do is have the upload route upload files to a predictable location that is based on the course ID and the exercise it's for, right?
Well, that's right. What I think so the way I would do probably is create a temporary directory and make the application have a configuration parameter that for the root of the directory where we upload stuff. Okay, so this data. And then and then either I created a configuration file for the tests, okay, maybe on the fly, or I have some code in here. So the upload now says data something. So maybe this would come from an environment variable. And so the tests can overwrite it.
From an environment variable or from the config?
Yeah, these are two possibilities.
Yeah, I would say we'd want to make this a config value, and then when we load the app using test mojo, we set that config value just for the purposes of the test to be in a temp location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the same with all this login file that we are using now, that we are using the login, the YAML file to store the secret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can pass when we do test mojo new. You can pass along a hash reference with configuration values to override.
Okay.
This. So why don't we do test mojo new course management comma hash do curly brace what do you want to call the config variable? You want to call it upload directory or something, or upload?
Yes, let's call it upload dir.
Okay.
It's so strange. It's dir. For me, it's dir, and I hear it that people say dir. Strange.
Okay, and we'll make that temp dir, and we'll have to, and we'll actually we're going to need to import that in there, and we're going to need to set temp dir as a variable so we can find it later.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now we need to make the upload function, not the upload subtest, but the upload method, honor that upload dir config value.
Yeah. So where do we get that from?
We get that from self app config, I think.
Right. And then I can use here upload dir.
Okay, and that'll put it in a it's going to put it in a subdirectory called hello in the upload dir.
Okay. So here we check it with, so I think it was something like upload.
Well, now it's
dir.
going to be temp dir.
Okay. And somehow we child, I think.
I think we could just concatenate it.
Okay. This is so barbarian.
Barbarian? What do you mean?
Like you have a method for this and we're just concatenating.
Well, if it stringifies, it's fine.
No, okay. It's just. Okay, something isn't wrong. Okay, what did I do wrong? Invalid pass.
It says in course management 15. Okay, so it's a problem in our app right now.
What?
No, it's in course management.pm.
But why? What does it get? What was the error message?
Invalid
Invalid pass.
Invalid path.
So let's just print this out.
Scroll up a little bit.
I guess that the config, the $config is now doesn't contains the course config. Contains only the one that we passed in.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So it probably contains this, not this. This upload dir.
Mm-hmm.
And it should also include a course config. Like this, which is actually do we also need the secrets? Probably. So let's replicate the whole thing. We'll have to replicate this anyway, or we have to some.
Well, I'm not sure about. I'm reading the docs for test mojo new. You can pass along a hash reference with configuration values that will use to override the application for you. The special configuration value config override will be set in config in Mojolicious as well, which is used to disable configuration plugins for tests. Well, that's not very useful. I mean, there's going to be
I think we'll need. I mean, we'll need to override this one as well. We will want to override. We probably, yeah. We want to override all of these for our tests, and we don't need the actual course config file. So this file, the course management YAML, actually shouldn't be committed here, right?
No, not unless you want to
expose my secret.
well, not just expose your secrets, but also provide an example config file for people.
Well, but then that would be next to it as a skeleton, dot skeleton or something. So, but the real one shouldn't be committed. So let's try this proof now. Can't open. Okay.
It got a 500 error when you tried to.
In the test helper 44, something about login, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So
your main config does not include upload dir. Is that a problem when it tries to load self app config upload dir? Is that resulting in a 500?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not. Wait a minute. Is that? I don't think that's how we call self app config.
Let me try to do this.
No. Okay.
You are in the way. You are more the person who reads the documentation and works based on that. I am more the experimental type.
Okay. I'm thinking self app config returns a hash ref. I don't think you call it as a method like that.
Okay. So what?
Self app config regular arrow braces. Try that. Same problem. Okay.
So the thing is that
oh no, config you could call as a method. I'm sorry.
we didn't have this error when we only passed these, I think. Okay, so here we got the invalid pass. That's where we started. That's where we started to it. And then I said, okay, or at least I did, let's add all these other things. So let me add one. We still get the same
path.
issue. And if I add the other one, now it becomes this 500 error.
Okay.
It's a bit
So
unclear
it's
to me.
it's trying to load courses config.yaml, but it's saying it's a invalid path.
That,
Is that because,
where did you see that?
well, that was, oh, you're right. It's, what is it saying now?
I think, so there is this one. Okay, it would be nice if we could get here just, I'm going to run out of scrolling.
No, I maybe not.
It's just a 500 error.
But it said invalid. I just saw it said invalid path inside of that.
No, that was before.
No, I saw it when you were scrolling past. I saw it in the
Okay,
HTML, in the HTML content. If you, can you search your terminal?
I don't know how to do that. But I know this one. So what should be here? Invalid?
Yeah.
Okay, this one, error. Invalid main in controller main line 45.
Okay, let's go to controller main line 45.
Okay, so now it was just missing this one. So I'm not sure now. Let's run it again. Now it doesn't have.
Can't use string as an array. That looks, is that our secret?
It's 200. Ah, wait a second. Maybe the secret is different. Is a list.
Oh, you
Secrets
can't.
and the list.
Secrets has to be an array ref.
Array, yeah. Okay. I need some way to, without typing these extra redirections. I can do this. Can't open file, no such file or directory. Okay. So now it's better because I know for sure that I'm almost sure.
Do you need to make the directory?
I don't know.
I think you
So
do.
can't open
it's,
file. That's for the test already. That's, I think, in the test already, right?
right, because
TMP, does it still exist? No. So diag temp dir, but that's not the thing. I thought what I wanted to do is just here die upload dir to see what's there. Do we really get the upload dir?
okay, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I have no better idea. Here it is. It's the TYJ, so TMPY. It doesn't exist. So
So here's your problem. you're not, the upload sub there is not creating the upload dir. So that upload dir doesn't exist yet, because we're saying upload to that directory, but we haven't actually made that directory.
Well, I thought that this temp dir will create the directory, but maybe it's not.
It says here, Mojo file, blah, 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 blah. I know, here I am reading
Temp dir.
Okay, so it uses file temp.
Yeah.
So that just creates, look at file temp. Does file temp actually make the dir, or does it just?
Yeah, that's what I use almost always.
Okay.
So it's file temp. Temp dir, and I use always this cleanup one. Well, we can try to do cleanup 0 here.
Okay.
By the way, it should be here. It says tmpou. Tmpou.
It's there.
The directory is there, but question: do we? And it sees it. Okay, so this is what we passed in.
Right, but didn't we then tell it to put it inside a subdirectory in there?
Yeah, so in here, we say, okay, this is the upload dir. That's good. And
then we make and then it says make the path hello inside of upload dir.
Yeah. But I think here no. So where do we just fail that we don't see the file afterwards.
Yeah, let's well, no, it's still 500ing, isn't it?
Yeah, so if now let me run this after I remove the die, and it's not giving a file 500. It just it says, the test says that no such file or directory. And if I now check it, tmpjw,
there's nothing in there. Not even the subdirectory hello.
It's not creating here, at least. Okay.
Well, no, it's not creating there. Our test is still overriding upload dir.
Yeah, so the test gives the upload dir. That's okay. And it's either not creating here or something is cleaning it up.
All right. Remove that error file, because I have a feeling we're looking at old errors.
No, it just updated, but I can remove it. Shall I run it again?
Sure.
The temp files change. The temp directory is changing. That's how I knew that.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
No problem. let me read the test here. So we create a temporary directory. We pass it into the thing. We log in. It says that it's uploaded. Right, so only this one fails. So that if I remove this, then it should, everything should pass, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just wanted to make sure that this is really just the only thing that fails.
Okay. Okay.
I really am. I feel lost. This is the, you can know, you can understand this by seeing the. Okay, what did I do now? Single quotes. Okay, sure, because this is not what I wanted.
System. Yeah, you want that. Sorry.
This is what I wanted. Okay, sure. What? Can we log this instead of just dying?
Yeah, we were already logging email and code.
But we don't see the logging message here, right?
No, we needed to look in the log. Log isn't showing up there.
Where is it? Now it's not showing. When I need it, it's not showing. Oh, maybe this V would work. Yeah. Info, and there's nothing in there. Oh, bye.
Well, I have to go.
Okay. So we can stop now, or we have to stop now. And then we'll see how we continue next time. Or maybe offline we will figure it out or something.
Or we get some suggestions from the audience.
Yeah, that would be the best solution. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry we're not leaving in a good place.
No, it's a good place. It's like in series that there's a tension. Something is coming up. Okay, what's going to be next?
Oh, it's a cliffhanger. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So thank you very much, and then see you next week, right?
Next week is good.
Okay. So see you. Thank you. Thanks for everyone. Bye bye.